All right. I'm just going to give you a bit of a disclaimer. Um, Again, some of the stuff that you might have seen originally in the patch notes, or not the leaked patch notes last week, might have been updated to reflect respective changes. Nothing was final last week. Nexon will continuously share that game changes that you might see on test servers or any information that might get out before the official release date may not be valid. This is no way sponsored or endorsed, but just wanted to let you guys know in case you guys have seen any content that might have been released previously and you're like, well, that doesn't look right. That's not what I saw before. Um, Welcome to the 251 patch notes. Uh, as most of you know, we're going to be getting the AB rework, the new epic dungeon, High Mountain. The Legion artifact system will be joining us in place in place of Monster Life for Reg server reboot or Heroic Chrono. Heroic didn't never had Monster Life to begin with, but we will also be getting the Legion artifact system, and to kind of offset that, they have opted to make respective changes to the Heroic worlds in the form of the FD, the final damage boost that we have received through our heroic skill have gotten nerfed. Actually, an ad is supposed to start in 4 minutes, so I will pause in the middle of that ad break. But just to kind of give you a heads up for those that aren't subscribed or anything. And then we have the hyper burning and terror blink and preset additions and improvements. Now, you guys ready? I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I haven't looked at any of this. I just kind of glimpsed the announcement. I was kind of in the middle of the BM run when it launched. But yes, I'm not going to go through anything class specific that you guys might come across. I think all class specific and maybe some of the bug fixes I'll skim through, but I won't give too much attention to them. I'm just going to use this as kind of like a preface to kind of get through the respective update. So AB, as you all know, is getting reworked. AB officially got reworked, I believe, in November in KMS. So we're finally getting our update. There's AB's going to a mana or an MP system as opposed to whatever it had before. Just recharges, I guess. Some skills are getting changed. Some node stones are getting changed. Animations are definitely getting changed. I'm going to hide this. Also, I'm not going to be responding to chat necessarily. I do apologize. Say if you have questions, I'll be going through them after. So I do apologize in advance. But these are going to be some long notes, so I'm gonna I'm gonna skip through these. Okay, so AB link skill. Just so you guys know, holy. Okay, so developer comments on the AB link skill. 120% skill damage for 10 seconds at level 3. Skill effects halved when used with the link skill. Okay. I missed that part. Okay, so if you are using the on AB itself, when it uses its own link skill, it gets 120% skill damage. Outside, when it's linked to another character, it is 60% visually. We are one of, if not the only server that receives level 3 links, so do with that as you will. Previously, it was noted on the live stream last Friday that AB would be getting a 30-second cooldown. Again, this was on test server, and the information was deemed incorrect, and they shared an update yesterday. All right, so there's going to be some node changes. So, again, a skill had been removed, and based off of where the skill was in the node slot, it's going to be changed to another skill. Hopefully, they when they do this, they need to introduce some sort of node compensation because we can't craft our trios yet, and it's kind of annoying when they ruin your. You might have a set of trios or something that has this one skill. I don't know if Heavenly Crash was used before. I don't think it was, but it just makes for an awkward time um, if you're trying to look for your recreate your nodes again. But yes, going through it. Again, I'm not going to go through this, but a lot of the story quests are changing. All right. I skipped too far ahead. Story quests related to Kaiser and AB are going to be updated. Grandest storyline is going to receive a little bit of an update. Some achievements are being retired. If you haven't done them, you might want to take a look at what those achievements might be before the update drops. Epic Dungeon High Mountain. So if you are not 260 and above, you might want to skip this content. Your character must have completed Cernium after story quest. So fortunately, Cernium is 260 zone, or burning Cernium after. Essentially, you're playing as Mitra, who is a god. You're killing a lot of mobs. This is probably I made a note on Discord, but in case you guys didn't see the note, um, you want to do this right after the patch drops because it resets it resets every Thursday. So with weekly reset, you can sneak one additional event in, and this is a great way, or one additional weekly in. This is a great way to get some EXP and some fragments. So the base is you get EXP in interactive worlds. You get Soul Erda, and in Soul Erda and fragments, and then in heroic you only get Soul Erda with the EXP. Actually, no, you get both. It's just you can't multiply your rewards from what it looks like here. My apologies. All right. Legion artifact system. I'm not going to go too in depth. I want to make this as concise as possible. But Legion artifact is replacing Monster Life. Monster Life gave a bunch of stats, various miscellaneous stats. This is going to do the same thing, but it's going to be something you can work towards. You can earn. You can choose stats. I think it's like 12 or 13 different stats you get to choose from. We'll probably get to that. But you're going to first look into acquiring EXP to unlock your respective artifact crystals. You can get up to 9 artifact crystals, and each artifact crystal can house 3 stats. Each stat will cap out at level 10, and each artifact crystal will hold a stat up to level 5. You can maintain these artifact crystals simply by just doing your dailies and weeklies, but in the short term, a lot of people are going to be trying to rush their 9 crystals. I believe these crystals, the stats that you have, are going to be account or worldwide, or server wide, I should say. So you wanna no worldwide. It probably makes more sense. So if you're in Chronos, it'll only affect all your Chronos characters, but not every stat is beneficial. You'll see things like skill cooldown, reduction, or CD skip. You'll see final attack percentage or damage increased or something along those lines. You want to make sure that you're getting the generic ones like the boss damage, the IED. Some classes may require crit rate. I'm personally going to try to avoid it just because I have a significantly higher legion than most, and I can afford to skip over it. I'm going to probably look at things like item drop rate, meso obtain. I'm going to look at buff duration because my main's a luminous, and again, AB link and other buffs will also benefit off of it. But yes, artifact points. You can reset your artifact lines. I would just you shouldn't have to stress too much about it, but try to be a little bit aware of what stats you're going to be going for within your respective artifacts. Completing achievements such as your Maple Guide, doing boss content like for the first time, doing some of the story quests, um, doing some of your monster collection and obtaining some of your medals and whatnot. Those will all give you some form of artifact EXP. That will help you level up and unlock your crystals. I believe you need an estimated like 230k. I'm not sure if they're going to show a chart here. No, they don't. There is a chart that kind of shows you how much exp is required to unlock all 9 crystals. But you'll eventually unlock everything over time. So if you're not in a rush, like don't stress. You can do all the content as you wish or as you feel. But it'll be it'll offset some classes. I'm not sure how they're if they're going to be balancing this at all, but some class overall, if you're towards the end game, I believe it is seen as an FD nerf, but certain classes do receive benefits with the increase of like your minus skill cooldown, or maybe some of your buff duration goes a lot further. If you're an explorer mage, your infinity ticks, your AB link will last slightly longer. But these are all the stats that get boosted. Summon duration. Summon duration isn't the most valuable stat, but on classes like Lara, who gets percent damage based off of how much summon duration they have, that's something that could be seen as valuable. Bonus EXP is going to be seen for the grinders. Um, you're probably not going to invest any into all max HP or all stat, maybe attack power though. But from what I heard, or from when I was doing initial research, you'll probably be able to level up at least 13. I think 13 is the most that you'll be able to level up out of all these stats. So prioritize your boss damage, your damage. Um, I'm gonna be going for meso drop rate, item drop rate, crit damage, bonus EXP. But you could probably skip over skills like final attack skills unless you're like an archer or warrior or somebody that has a built-in final attack passive. But yes, that is Legion artifact system. Just complete all your side content, all your story quests, friend story, Heroes of Maple, all that stuff, and you'll get some points somewhere along the lines. Presets are being added. Presets are finally being added to the game. They were testing it out originally with your fashion story, your cosmetics, in previous updates. So you can have currently you can have 3 cash up presets. Now you will have equipment presets, inner ability presets, character presets, Legion presets, outfit presets have received some QOL. So equipment presets, you'll be able to have 3 sets of gear. Chances are you're going to probably have 1 set of farming gear, so this is going to be meso drop. You're going to have 1 set of drop gear for when you're in reward rooms after you complete bosses, and you're going to have 1 set for bossing. Is kind of how I see it per character. It's going to take some time to set up all the respective character presets and whatnot, but again, don't overwhelm yourself. You have time to get it all done, but you're going to probably have to commit like maybe 20 to 30 minutes a character to get it all sorted. Inner ability presets, you're probably just going to, I feel like you can have 3 presets, 1 strictly for bossing, 1 strictly for farming, so training and grinding, and then 1 you could probably just go for like a 20% item drop rate first line, so that way you can reach the max item drop rate available. Is it necessary? Not really, but it's something that can be considered. Don't stress out too much. Character presets, this is going to give you access to all the different presets that you have. You just have to, with one press of a hotkey, your gear will swap. Just I'm not sure, it doesn't say that there's any cooldown applied, but one thing that you have to remember is that for those that rely on special rings or Oz rings, your continuous ring will still have to charge. So while the swap might be instantaneous, your charge won't. So your weapon jumps and your roars should all be fine, and your risk takers and whatever else you use. Legion presets, you can now unlock 5 Legion presets, or you have all of them unlocked. Currently, I've been running 4 personally. 1 for my main bossing Legion, and then I have one for I have a bossing Legion set up for those with low crit rate, 1 for those with low crit rate while they train, and then I have 1 that favors buff duration. For when they train, they have significantly higher crit rate, and they don't have to rely too much on the the yeah, they don't have to rely too much on critting. Outfit presets, cosmetic story, fashion story, that should all be fun. V matrix improvements, you get to open multiple node stones at once, and you can level up all node stones at once. So you don't have to worry too much about clicking on them one by one anymore, and um, some people holding down their space bar with with their hands, trying to open up 300 or so at a time. Everything will be unlocked. I'm not sure if they did it on the test server on stream, but I'm hoping that it's not going to prompt any crashes. I assume if they're adding it, it's not going to. Um, Skill improvements. Again, I'm not going to go through class related things. I might look at the couple classes that I do play, but I'm going to save this more for the content of the QOL as well as the events that are taking place, so you know how to best use them. If there's anything notable that you think is like, oh shoot, Nate, you need to take a look at that, feel free to make a mention of it and I will go over it towards the end. But yeah, we're gonna skip through a lot of the class stuff. Bug fixes. I'll go through bug fixes at the end. I think that's going to be important. Map improvements. Uh, Sacred Power Field improvements. Only characters occupying and using Sacred Power Field can summon runes. Only the character that summoned the runes can use them, and the runes aren't visible to other characters. Oh shoot, so runes are instants now. You can summon the rune if there's no cooldown for the rune equipped by the character. If you leave the field without using the summoned rune, the rune will be removed. If you leave the field without using the rune and defeat enemies in a different field, the same type of rune as the originally summoned rune is instantly summoned. So um, you can't run away. Your rune of recoveries are following you all over the place. You're like, I feel if I remember correctly, this is the one where they got rid of the rune of might, but I might be mistaken. Um, Elite boss, so they're adding e-bosses back to. I think they're adding e-bosses back to Grandis, so you will now be able to farm e-pots again, or your mystic cubes. I know everybody loves their stacks of mystic cubes. Um, Monster Park, Lumina. Yeah, I'm gonna skip through this, but I thought that was an interesting note for the Sacred Power maps because I know a bunch of us here are probably doing some form of Grandis content when it comes to training. Alrighty, here's the Rune QOL. Potential improvements. So if you guys are balling out of control and you guys have a lot of meso to spare, if you are somebody who wants to perfect their WSC right before the Shining Star Force event, you probably want to do it now because you're going to be able, there's going to be 2 additional line combinations that are going to be added that isn't going to be favorable for players, and obviously we know how bad cubing is when it comes to looking for pots that you want. So IED and boss damage are gonna, you're going to be able to see 3 lines of them. Item drop rate does, 3 lines of item drop rate does help. It means that you have more room to acquire more damage on other accessories once you reach that 200 cap on equipment. Buffing some runes and the following. Oh, Rune of Recovery is being removed. Rune of Riches is being removed. Um, Rune of Giants has been changed. In a future update, I think they just get rid of Rune of Might, or they change how it functions. Rune has been changed to create giant potion for a set period of time and for the character to become a giant when using the giant's potion. Okay, so that's what's happening. You don't have to worry about getting larger. You just get giant's potion and you get to walk around and destroy things. Um, all right, we don't. I'm a heroic player. I'm going to skip over the Meso Market and Auction House. Anything to do with interactive world. Okay, achievement improvements, stuff to do with Kaiser and Cadena. Monster collection improvements. Interactive worlds are getting the Soul Erda and fragments and whatnot boost. You're going to see fragments tradable and available through the auction house. Monster life removal, we kind of covered that when we went over the Legion artifact system. Heroic world changes. So we're getting nerfed. I'm surprised they don't show the before and after. But overall, it's a nerf through every level range. You might notice this if your characters are pretty geared and pretty funded. Your clear times are probably going to be impacted. Um, if you're already min clearing, you might not be able to min clear anymore. So just be aware. Um, Hopefully, the Legion artifact replenishes some of your stats, but just know that it's going to be noticeable. All right, hyper burning. Hyper burning, for those who don't know, for every level from effectively 0 or level 10 to 258, they say you can skip a level. So you get 3 level, or you skip 2 levels. So every level you gain 2 additional levels. Characters at level 200 can be designated as hyperburning characters. You are also welcome to create new characters. So this includes Lynn, who is permanently available. Zero, who is permanently available. You can now, I believe, you can only hyperburn Zero from chapter 2 onwards. I might be mistaken. You're not able to use Magpot or any sort of growth potion on the hyperburn after it's been designated. Oh, it says level 11 to 260. My apologies. I stand corrected. You are welcome to designate. You're welcome to delete your character if you don't like your hyperburn's choice. You're like, I'm playing this, and I'm like, not my class, not my style. I'm gonna go play something else. Just keep in mind you will lose out on the rewards if you've claimed any during the process. I'm gonna go over my tactic a little bit later. Well, not my tactic, but a tactic that I've previously discussed on stream of what I'm gonna be planning to do, how I'm gonna be using my hyperburn over the next day or so. But yes, there's going to be level up rewards and achievement rewards, the growth support rewards. These are all available regardless of if you've claimed it before in the past. You can now get the Eternal Flame Ring coupon. You just can't use it on a character that already has a Flame Ring coupon, so you kind of miss out on that. But you'll still get the frozen stuff, the temp CRA, and the pets. The level achievement rewards, these cannot be claimed if you've already passed the level, if you designate a character higher than the level that you see here. So level 200, if your character is level 220, you can't claim anything from 220 and before, prior. All right. Level 30, you get an outfit, or 230, I should say, and then you get rewards all the way up until 260. Now, I believe the 260 this time around changes. It's been updated. You get a fake arcane weapon box. So obviously you'll eventually work towards a real one. So don't invest too much money in like flaming. It has a fixed pot and fixed Star Force, but that's something nice to look forward to. That might affect what you choose. Having a fake arcane will significantly reduce the curb to join struggle parties and allow you access to some of the better loot. So take advantage of that. The hyper burning metal is available to that character. And then the sacred symbols. These can be used on any symbol. So you don't have to claim these rewards right away. But when you do so choose to, if you're planning on, if this is going to be your new main, you can claim the symbols towards the end of the event. So to go back real quick, this event will run through towards August 27th. So if you think you can hit 285 in the next 2.5 months to get to Carcion, you might want to use the symbols that you get on that. Me personally, I'm probably not pushing my hyperburn past 260 anytime soon. So Cernium we go. Okay. Next, Terrablink. Now, Terrablink is a new event. We have not experienced this in GMS. It's essentially you stay in an event map and you train up to 40 minutes, and it should be relatively quick to get you to 200. There's going to be daily missions that you can complete throughout the process. You can only do it on characters that are hyper burning. So just remember that you can only do it on characters that are hyper burning. The daily missions include completing Monster Park, um, Urda Spectrum, uh, Ursus. You can do it on another character. Um, Monster Park, I believe you can do on another character. And once you will be able to earn stamps, and these stamps will reward you some cosmetics once you complete the event. The daily quests will also give you some additional rewards. I'm not sure if you're forced to claim them right away. I kind of don't want to claim them on the first character I make. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But there's daily missions and then there's weekly missions that will give you some rewards, 3x coupons and Ursus buffs and and Monster Park coupon tickets. So these are just free entries into Monster Park. Some of you that have attained I believe it's in some of the MVP rewards. Um, you might have gotten extra additional monster. Actually, Monster Park Reborn is usually given out in events in a form of a coupon, but free entries into Monster Park save you 3.5 mil. Or if you haven't used your reward points, you can use it on that as well. I believe the reward point changes are also going to be in this update, so you might want to be a little bit frugal or stingy with your reward points. Alrighty. Burning World, I'm going to skip over this. This is primarily for Interactive World. Burning World Step Up. These are just missions for Burning World that allow you to get additional rewards on the characters that you're playing on. All right, Dreamer 0 to 100. So you can do this. This is an event where you can level up characters from level 10 to 100. You can do this to receive, again, similar rewards to your Burning. And then you get cosmetics, you get a hat, and you get a chair once you complete it. But it's really, you go into like 4 different zones depending on your level range, and you get really good EXP in a short amount of time. It's essentially Terra Blink, but for level Let's 10 go. To 100. Hey, Looney, thank you for the prime. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, Dreaming Latch or Lachlan. This is the event that's going to be running throughout the summer. You'll be able to earn daily rewards. These are shared by per account. Daily per world will be the dancing fragments, and then the night fragments are weekly per world. The reverie fragments, I believe, are going to be your currency, your coins that you'll use on the coin shop. The dancing fragments, I think these are going to be tied to cosmetics. And the night fragments are going to be your boss currency that you'll be able to earn per week. If this event functions any similar to how Maple Anniversary functioned, it's probably going to be in your best interest to see if you can claim your night fragments for the week right after maintenance. In previous updates, this would count for the following week, but we saw in the Maple Anniversary event that we got an extra week of boss fragments to work with and utilize. Now, again, you don't have to use any of your currency right away unless you have specific goals in mind. You can use your event currency at the end. A lot of the stuff that you might acquire is time limited, and you don't know where your account's going to be by the time August 27th hits. So your priorities might change within that 2.5 month time. All right, Midnight Party. This is going to be your event UI. So you'll have a daily UI check-in, and then you'll have a weekly check-in, which requires you to defeat 2k mobs. You'll get respective point. Once you complete your weekly party, you'll get points that can be applied to your UI. The UI will give you additional skill perks, and then the daily rewards you can see here. You can go through it yourself on the patch notes. I'm not gonna stall too much over here, but there's gonna be a new unit damage skin. There's gonna be some emotes. These emotes, they're permanent. Wow. The chat emotes are permanent. They usually have them expire. It's a good thing I read them beforehand. They're starting to add backgrounds to your character profile or info. Sorry, I've been speaking without taking a breath. Um, Going on. These are your daily missions. Again, once you cap out, you can't earn any more coins. So once you've completed the UI, you are finished. Weekly rewards, you can do this up to 3 times per week. And each day you do it, you get EXP vouchers. The EXP vouchers, I was reading a lot on the website, or our website, the Reddit page. What is best to use the weekly vouchers on? Like, should I use it early? Should I use it late? Realistically, if you can hold out and you're patient enough, there's never really a wrong time to use them. But if you want to be a little bit more efficient, you can use them towards the end of your grind. So if I'm using them on my hyperburn, I'm going to try to use it towards the end where my hyperburn will finish off the levels really quickly, as opposed to using them at like 236 and just going to 239. These can be used on hyperburn, so just keep that in mind and save them till the end if you want to. I think you'll be able to. You can use them at 257, and you'll skip right through to 260. But yeah, this goes on for a couple weeks, and there's by completing the whole event, you get a free Lucidroid, Dreaming Lucidroid, and a Fairy Heart. Going on, Dream Messenger. So this event is essentially, if I remember correctly, this is what you use your shimmering dream skill points on. You get these from doing your weekly party. Secret points can be used to increase the amount of soul Urta energy. So not fragments, but soul Urta energy from bosses, monster collection chants, EXP from portals, EXP from Monster Park, additional arcane symbols from completing daily quests, as well as increase EXP in Tenebrous regions. So if you're doing your Moonbridge Labyrinth and Limina, this is going to be pretty good if there's a single character you're focusing on. And then your the EXP and additional sacred symbols from completing Arcus, Cernium, Carcion, Arteria, Shangri-La. Now let's see what these look like. So so this is your general event tree. I mainly get most of my skills to level 4, so like boss damage, IED, EXP obtained. Arcane power is good if you're doing like BM, or if you're like so close to doing 1.5x to a boss. You probably want to consider getting some arcane power. Normal mob damage and buff duration are also pretty good secondary skills. So you can get up to, when you level up these, you can get up to 6 additional arcane symbols and 40% EXP from completing the dailies. Monster Park, you can get up to 50% more EXP from completing your Monster Park. MPE is affected by this. I think, I'm not going to lie, I want to say the top 3 are a write-off. I think the 4th one that you'd consider are bounty hunters once you've completed or filled out the Monster Park Arcane mission and Sacred mission. I'm more than certain that somebody might come out with what's most effective way of applying your skills depending on what character route or what characters you're trying to gear up. For me personally, I'm going to put a heavy emphasis on Monster Park EXP and probably Sacred Symbol, and then I'll eventually fill out Arcane missions. Banquet. This is your hunt. This is your EXP skill. So when you hunt, when you're defeating mobs, you'll be able to get procs, and these procs are similar to the Maple Fiesta that we just had during the anniversary update. You'll get up to 30 procs per day, and you just get EXP. The Tea Party. This is the second iteration of this EXP buff. Again, 30 procs per day. And this will run for the remainder of the event. So you get 2 different versions of it. Dreamcatcher Season 1. So defeat 1k mobs. And then, so if you remember the Identisk Island food storage, that's what this is. You can go on characters up to level 259. At level 260, you can no longer access this content. So, and every X amount of mobs, you'll spawn little mini boss monsters that will give you bonus EXP, and it resets on a daily basis. When I was doing this on some of my 250 characters, I was still seeing around 2 to 4% per day. But you can only do this 3 times per week. So choose wisely, and there's going to be a second iteration of this event. Tomato Festival. So this is a 200 plus. This is your Punch King. This Punch King gives you EXP, and when you, I believe, when you've earned a cumulative score, after participating 1 time, 5 times, you get additional cosmetics. So Punch King, 4 additional EXP. You're probably going to go on your highest level character and try to deal as much damage as possible. Fortunately, you only have to do this once a week, and it resets, not every boss reset, but every Wednesday reset. So Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, if you are NA. Monster Arcade. So this is going to be how you get your dance fragments or your cosmetic currency. So if you want to use the cosmetic shop to buy your mounts, your damaged skins, your outfits, your chairs, this is going to be the content that you want to do. It seems like they're going to be revealing a new game. I am not sure if they revealed this already in the KMS notes. If it's on Orange Mushroom, it probably is. But you get, there's 4 games, Seesaw, 1 card yet, and I don't know what Thinking of You is, but I'm assuming it's some form of memory game. When you get cumulative reward or cumulative points, you earn rewards. Monster Arcade Season 1. Yeah, you'll get additional cosmetic rewards, but there's rewards for doing each of them. So complete all Monster Arcade collection missions to get the Dance Fragment collector box. So you get this chair and you get a medal. Medal is just for cosmetic only. I'm not going to go through the mini games. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on stream and be like, "How do you play?" And hopefully you guys are gonna be able to help me out. All right, Gold Richie safe. If you love your RNG, this is gonna be a perfect event for you. So this is for characters level 230 plus. You will be able, so from the unique number submitted up to the 4th smallest number are winning safe codes. Oh, 4th smallest, up to the 4th smallest number. Wait. Two will be selected as a safe code as it is the smallest unique number. If your safe code is the winning number, 4th. The smallest numbers per each safe criteria will be selected as winning safe code. So it looks like there might be 4 winners, but I think they all have to be unique. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of rewards, including, but not limited to, vac pets. A lot of vac pets. You're going to get some golden safe fragment coupons and soul Erta coupons, and it'll give you get 150 frags if you win. Some hair coupons, inkwell coins that give you meso, 200 special medal of honor. Holy moly! 50 extreme bot coupons, 200 black flames, 10 magnificent lucid souls. Wow. Some of these do say interactive worlds only, and some will say heroic worlds. Yeah, I don't know who's going to be playing for the 50 bonks. If that was like 50 growth selector coupons, damn. That would have been amazing. But that is not the case. Um, but yeah, there's two different types of safes, golden safes and diamond safes. And depending on which one you bid on, it looks like one is more cosmetic focus and one is more functional. So I think a lot of people are going to be going for the functional because peeps can just swipe for their RNG cosmetics. But one thing I do want to go back and check real quickly is um, apologies. I want to see, does this reset on a daily basis? You can obtain up to 50 tickets per day. You can enter up to 15 times. You can spend 10 safe tickets to guess one code. And when does a round end? It looks, I'm going to assume that this is daily. I'm going to assume that this is daily for the course of 27 days. So you have all the time in the month. Oh, 28 days. Reverie Fragment Shop. I'm going to skip over the event shops because you guys can check that on your own. But just note that as somebody who has been playing this game for a long time, there's certain items that I would like avoid, such as the legendary circulator. I know some of you might be like committed to getting unlocking 3 IAs to legendary on all your characters. You'll eventually get there. Don't rush through it. It's gonna happen eventually. This legendary circulator costs too much for what you're gonna end up using it for. Just save your honor until you're ready to roll, and you have like your one or set or two unique lines. Dance Fragment Shop, again, all cosmetics, outfits, chairs, mounts. It looks like there's a unit damage skin in here. I don't know if I like it yet, but it looks interesting. Night Fragment Shop, this is your boss currency, and depending on which bosses you clear is how much you will get. There doesn't seem to be a note for post reset. So it says every Thursday UTC, you might be able to get an extra 1600 fragments if you, um, right after the maintenance, under the assumption the maintenance does not conclude after reset. The patch is scheduled to be 10 hours, so beginning at 8 a.m. Eastern or 5 a.m. Pacific. 10 hours will bring you to reset -2. There's always room for extensions, or it might finish sooner. I did create kind of a short list of things you should consider doing without patch notes in mind in my Discord. So if you want to join the Discord, !Discord, but it'll give you kind of a short list of what you should work on once the game is available, just so you don't miss out. High Mountain is definitely one of those pieces of content you want to get before reset hits. There is a meso shop. There are androids in this meso shop. But there is no fairy heart. The only way, again, you can get a fairy heart is by completing the whole event weekly missions. But there are flame. I'm not spending any money on flames, but the cost of them is a joke. They still haven't realized that. I don't think anybody spends money on flames, and if you do, you are griefing yourself. Go West events. So this is one of the 3 or 4 events that I'd kind of keep an eye on. You can only claim the 3x coupons, 5 of them, one time throughout the duration of the event. So you get an hour and 15 minutes of 3x EXP coupons just from talking to the NPC and sharing some feedback. The Maple, from what the CMs had said during the update, the devs are actually going to read them. So try not to be too snarky because they might have some sort of influence on getting your account limited. So just be careful with what you placed. Take this as your warning. Um, Maple World Tour. So this is going to be similar to when we had our Minar Forest event. You could send your three little followers to explore certain regions. These will reward you. They'll have a chance to reward you some bong pots, uh, Black Flames, Honor, Nodestone, or Symbol Selector coupons in various quantities. Some people might start considering Honor as opposed to uh, Nodestones or Black Flames, but this is going to be a good event. This will run through the course of the first month of the update. So until the second update, make sure try to. I think you can only do this 3 times per week. Yep, 3 tours a week, and it resets um, every weekly reset. Uh, which weekly reset it does not say, but I'm going to assume it's going to be your boss or your event weekly reset, which is usually Tuesday night, Wednesday UTC. Showtime. This is so instead of regularly accessible VIP buffs, you'll be able to get 15% EXP or 15% stats. And this will be every 30-minute mark of every hour in the main towns, Nameless Town, Hennesis, and Cernium. RAP Leafree. Star Queue. Um, Completing this event, all you have to do is AFK. You AFK for 75 hours and you get um, a whole bunch of things between cosmetics, VacPet for 30 days. Um, some of these cosmetics are permanent, some of them are not. You get some EXP Nodestone. You get some face selector coupons. Holy, there's so many faces. So many faces. Crazy. And they're all. It's a good thing they have all the pictures here. You'll get a damage skin. I believe there's also Magpot. You get hair coupon, a chair. I think I skipped over the Magpot, but you guys can always review this on your own time. Maple Story 7,000 days. So celebrate the 7,000th day of Maple Story with a nostalgic event. If you complete all missions, you will unlock all hidden missions. So there's a new unit damage skin. This looks interesting. Um, and there's going to be some other cosmetics between cape, mount, chair, and whatnot. This looks like it's only going to run for a couple days, so you might not want to miss out. I think it only takes you a day to do it, but there are quest lines that you will have to complete in the various cities to unlock all these cosmetics. Lith Harbor and Hennesis to receive the damage skin. Alinea and Perion to receive the cape. Kerning to receive the mount. And then once you complete them all, you can get the chair. Spell Trace Fever. Interactive worlds only. The Comeback Battleground. So this is an AB event. You get rewards at the respective level milestones. So here's what I'm doing. I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be using a tech or a tactic. I'm going to designate my AB, and I'll show you why. I'm going to designate my AB as a Hyperburn character. For firstly, and then once I get it to 220, you can claim the EXP vouchers. They're all transferable within account. Nexon can't take it back now. I mean, they can, but they won't. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You get a whole bunch of Nodestones, and because my originally designated character for Hyperburn is going to be Dawn Warrior, that's level 236. I'm going to be missing out on a bunch of the rewards from level 200 to 220. So I'm going to utilize this event to get all the extra node stones. Um, Obviously, I'm going to use them on the AB as is to get it to boost it up, give it a little bit of damage. But we're going to brute force this character using the Terra Blink, some of the EXP coupons to get it to 220. Collect the EXP vouchers, and then I'm going to save those to try to get my Dawn Warrior as far and fast as possible to 260. I'm going to use them later on. But delete character after Terra Blink and Hyperburn to 220, and then redesignate the Hyperburn on my Dawn Warrior, and then continue the Hyperburning event. But you get rewards up to 220. You can get up to 11k EXP vouchers. When I used, I was 259 on my Lin. I had used the 9k or the 10k from the Fairy Bros Golden giveaway, and I had gotten 87%. So I'm going to guesstimate that 11k will probably get me to like closer to 95%. But if you use this at 257, they might be worth slightly more. I'm not sure if I can pull that off in a week to get to 257, but these coupons can own. I'm not going to claim everything until the final day, or until I'm ready to delete the AB. But yes, ABs will also, if you just by having an AB, you will. There's going to be kind of like a daily check-in that you'll be able to earn rewards. I'm not sure if you have to do anything for it. All Angelic Buster event. Your mission is to defeat 1k monsters each day and click perform, and then you get the rewards, and they can only be claimed once per account. So that's good. Claim these are going to be all cosmetics. AB gets its own unit damage skin. Not going to lie, that looks like trash, but we won't get into that right now. And then Sunny Sunday. So June 16th, which is going to be a great event for you to work on your Hyperburn. It's going to be Rune EXP, Combo Kill EXP or Combo Orb, Monster Park EXP, additional Dance Fragments, and 3x Portal EXP. So, in case you don't have it already booked off, June 16th is going to be a great day to to all in on all your training content. The following week is Special Sunny Sunday Shining Star Force Time, or SSF. This is an event we've previously only seen twice a year. KMS receives it quarterly. I don't know why they're holding out on us like this, but we should be getting some more frequent shining events. But yes, I will be doing some nice fun activities and events, hopefully for Shining. Hopefully I have enough meso to get through everything I want, which I know I'm not going to, because you can never have enough. But we're going to cross our fingers and hopefully get a nice amount of meso through our farming. Week 3, more EXP. Again, can be used for Hyperburn, whatever character you're training or prioritizing. It's going to be 1+1 and 50% off IA. So I know we're going to be getting IA presets. Don't spend any of your well accumulated honor EXP until the July 7th event, because just be patient. There's no rush to try to perfect anything. Use this to kind of like go through all your other characters before you start resetting and searching for perfect IAs, because it's going to be really costly. And my advice is hopefully you have enough meso. This is going to be the second week after Shining. Use that meso towards circing, using miracle circulators to search for your ideal or BIS unique lines for whatever you're going for, whether it's 15 item drop or you need a crit rate. Don't rush into it once the update drops. And then there is another Star Force event, 30% off. So in case you're not able to get through, never mind. Screw this. I hate this Star Force event. 30% off. What a scam. I'm not even going to bother. 15 to 16 is the worst possible piece of content in the game. Anyways, we are getting Miracle Time. Some of you know it as DMT. June 15th is Hat. I'm personally probably not going to engage in any DMT, depending on how my Shining goes. But June 29th is going to be top bottom outfit cape or overall. And July 13th, weapon secondary, weapon and shield. For 24 hours on select days, you can enjoy the benefits. The item types affected will be different depending on the date. Um, Player A uses Cash Cube on their hat on June 15th and receives Miracle Time benefit or whatever. I think we all know how DMT works. Just make sure you read what day it is for respective items. This is going to continue on in the second update of Dreamer or V252. So make sure that you have some meso. There's going to be accessories in the second part of the update and shoes and some other stuff that I might not be remembering. Um, but yeah, bug fixes. I'm not going to get into all too much. But here I'm gonna probably wrap this up for the patch notes. If there's anything you guys would like me to go back through, I do not mind. So just let me know. But yes, that is the patch notes. I don't mind going through some of the other UI and bug fixes, some of the other class QOL that I might have skipped over. But yes, just going back in the chat to see what I missed in case there were some questions that might have been asked. We can use 10x VIP boosters per character. I wonder how many of these boosters we can farm. I remember that you could like farm a lot of like the boosters that you could get were not limited to per character, but I'm not sure if they changed that. Ouch, the Gold Richie safe rewards are perm vac pets, but one lucky player will get them. Stay logged in for 45 hours and grab 2 magpots. You're gonna be online for 75 hours over the course of that event, so you're gonna probably get everything. The AB event gives a tradable ring that you could siphon off. Rewards suck. Richie safe. Receive 250% monster park clear bonus EXP. What were you referring to, Bongos, when you said Chapaz did? Immediately regretted it. It's only 150 nodes from 200 to 220. You're forgetting the nodes that you get from the hyper burn, because I'm not gonna be getting any rewards from doing my Dawn Warrior. So there's the level up rewards from AB, and then there's the rewards from hyper burn. So I'm gonna guesstimate that's around 300 or so nodes. Don't forget the ring selector coupon is tradable. Ring selector kind of valuable. You can't transfer the AB coupons, just tickets and ring. Who trains their hyperburn? Getting drunk. You bought He bought 3 flips from the vessel. What the 15 drop not worth, just take 20 messel and settle. I'm okay. So like some of my characters need like attack speed first line to train them effectively, so if I hit drop, I'll probably settle. But again, I'm not rushing. But yes, nice. We managed to get through that in 30 or an hour. We made some pretty good progress. Actually less than that, I think. Let's control F luminous. Okay. So we got more lines, reduction in damage. From the document, it looked like that we were getting nerfed overall. 6,000 times 10 or 1538 times 39. You are going to make training AI for your characters. What? What's another character that I play? Lynn! Source Flow. Decrease the time for auto attack skill to not activate after using Source Flow. Kana. Fix the issue of remaining time for the revive skill not displaying. Fix the issue where the skill is cancelled despite there being remaining mana. Spirit's Domain will be resummoned when the duration is still up upon reviving after dying while using. Fix the error of shadow effects. Change the display activation chance. Bro, what are these changes? Fix this class. Hello? Hello? Did you forget that this class does not do any damage yet? What are these changes? These are just bug fixes. Let's see what's happening with Nightwalker. Chase cut for Origin is getting decreased, but the amount of counts is going up. So this is definitely one of those changes that like they were probably capping too easy on. And same thing, shadow throwing stars damage. Okay. Kana already good. What world do you live in? Just asking for a friend. Bro, there's 69 hero space. Wait, where do they all go? Is hero not getting any changes? Let's search Dark Knight. Ilium, what are you getting? I can't tell if these are nerfs or not. Resonance damage. Mito Crystal. Change so Hexa Radiant Javelin and Wing Javelin, Enchanted Javelin have the same search range. I'll have to look into see what type of QOL this is. You guys got 26 minutes to claim all your event stuff. In case you don't know what event stuff to claim, be sure to check out my announcement. In case you haven't seen it already. All right. What's another character we can look at? Corsair. So that's the Origin. Whaler's Potion. Remove the feature where summons damage is fixed. Add a feature that increases the summon's final damage while active. Nice. Okay, next is Mechanic. Really? Really? Zero. Alrighty. Shadow Flash. Look at these buffs. Look at the buffs. 155% damage. I think End Time is the Origin. Damn, look at all. I don't even want to read all this QOL, but it just looks like it's going to be a better class. What's another class that I play? Did I check Shade? Spirit Flow. not all right. Knuckle Mastery. Oh, gives crit rate now. Removed crit rate and crit damage increase effects for enemies with HP 50% or lower. Added crit damage effect. Added final damage effect. Origin change. Lara. So buff to Surging Essence. Nerf to my Origin. Thanks. GG's next. Appreciate you. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that I haven't looked at yet? I think that's all. But yes, that is the patch notes. I am going to spend the next 23 minutes trying to get through as many boss crystals as possible. But for those who tuned in just for the patch notes, I want to thank you for joining. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to be ending stream on YouTube, but I'll be continuing to stream on Twitch. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And hopefully to see you over here.